Welcome to our exploration of one of the most transformative periods in ancient history, the early dynastic period of ancient Egypt. This is the time when Egypt truly began to flourish as a unified civilization under its first dynasties. Hi everyone, I'm Octavius Teller, and welcome back to Dynasties and Tales. On the last episode, we embarked on what we call today the pre-dynastic era of ancient Egypt. Today we're exploring the early dynastic period, from 3150 to 2686 BCE, where Egypt united and flourished under its first dynasties. Let's embark on this fascinating journey together. But before we start, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. The early dynastic period began with the legendary unification of Upper and Lower Egypt. This monumental event is traditionally attributed to Narmer, who is often identified with Menes. The Narmer palette, an iconic artifact, symbolizes this unification and highlights the emergence of a powerful centralized state. Narmer's reign was pivotal. He established Memphis as the capital, strategically located at the junction of Upper and Lower Egypt, which became the political and cultural heart of the nation. This unification allowed for centralized administration, fostering advancements in culture, technology, and governance. The first dynasty marked a time of significant consolidation. Aha, Narmer's successor, continued to strengthen central authority. Under his rule, religious practices became more structured, and he possibly founded the temple of the goddess Neith. Pharaohs like Jer, Jet, and Den further cemented the dynastic rule. Jer's long reign saw military campaigns that expanded Egypt's influence. The royal tombs at Abydos and Saqqara from this period reflect the beginnings of complex burial practices. Den, who ruled for an estimated 50 years, is one of the most significant pharaohs of the early dynastic period. His reign was marked by considerable innovation and prosperity. Den is credited with introducing the double crown, symbolizing the unity of Upper and Lower Egypt. This crown, known as the Shent, became an enduring symbol of the pharaoh's rule over a united Egypt. Den's administrative advancements were substantial. He implemented the use of the title King of Upper and Lower Egypt, which underscored his authority over the entire nation. His reign also saw the introduction of more complex administrative practices, likely including the development of a more organized system of taxation and record-keeping. Archaeological evidence suggests that Den was a vigorous ruler. His tomb at Abydos is one of the most elaborate of the early dynastic period, featuring a staircase and a granite floor, innovations that would influence future tomb constructions. Den's reign also witnessed significant military campaigns, as evidenced by inscriptions and artifacts. These campaigns likely expanded Egypt's influence and secured its borders, contributing to the stability and prosperity of the nation. His long and prosperous reign left a lasting legacy. His innovations in governance, military, set the stage for the continued development of the Egyptian state and its institutions. Several factors contributed to the decline of the First Dynasty, which ultimately led to its fall around 2890 BCE. These factors include political instability, succession issues, and emerging regional power dynamics. Political instability was a major factor. As the First Dynasty progressed, internal conflicts and power struggles became more prevalent. The central authority of the pharaohs weakened, leading to increased tension among high-ranking officials and provincial governors. Succession issues also played a critical role. The deaths of powerful rulers like Den and his successors created a vacuum of power. This often led to disputes over succession, as various factions within the royal court and the provinces vied for control. These disputes could weaken the central government's ability to maintain order and unity. Emerging regional power dynamics further complicated matters. As Egypt's administrative and political structure became more complex, local governors, known as nomarchs, gained more influence. These regional leaders sometimes acted independently or even in opposition to the central authority, contributing to the fragmentation of the state. Additionally, economic pressures might have exacerbated these issues. Managing the resources of a growing and increasingly complex state required effective administration, which could be strained by internal conflicts and power struggles. By the end of the First Dynasty, these factors converged, leading to a decline in central authority. This period of instability set the stage for the Second Dynasty, which would face its own challenges in restoring and maintaining unity. The second dynasty of ancient Egypt witnessed a period of internal conflict that led to the separation of Upper and Lower Egypt. Understanding why this separation occurred offers a glimpse into the early challenges of maintaining a unified state. The separation during the second dynasty was primarily due to political and religious tensions. These tensions were amplified by the rivalry between the followers of the gods Horus and Seth, each representing different regions of Egypt. Political instability was a key factor. After the relatively stable reign of Khemwy, internal power struggles emerged. Different factions within the royal court and regional governors began to assert their independence, challenging the central authority. Religious divisions also played a significant role. The pharaoh Peribsen notably shifted his allegiance from the god Horus to the god Seth. This unusual move reflected deeper religious and political conflicts, as Horus was traditionally associated with Upper Egypt and Seth with Lower Egypt. This shift in royal patronage to Seth caused unrest among the followers of Horus, further deepening the divide between Upper and Lower Egypt. The two regions began to operate more independently, each with its own centers of power and influence. Economic pressures and administrative challenges likely exacerbated these divisions. Managing the resources and maintaining control over a vast and diverse territory required strong, centralized leadership, which was undermined by these ongoing conflicts. The culmination of these issues led to a period where Upper and Lower Egypt functioned as separate entities, highlighting the fragile nature of early state unification. Despite this separation, the efforts to reunify Egypt continued. Khasekhemwy, the last ruler of the second dynasty, successfully reunified Egypt after a period of conflict. His name, meaning the two powers have appeared, symbolizes this reunification. Khasekhemwy's reign was marked by significant architectural achievements, including the construction of fortresses and large tombs, showcasing the state's growing power and resources. During the early dynastic period, Egypt saw remarkable advancements in administration and technology. These developments laid the groundwork for the sophisticated society that followed. The central government became more structured, with the introduction of an efficient bureaucracy to manage the complexities of a unified state. This included a system of taxation and resource distribution, which facilitated large-scale construction projects and supported a growing population. The rise of a sophisticated bureaucracy was essential. Officials managed agriculture, trade, and justice, ensuring smooth operation across the kingdom. Writing and record-keeping saw significant progress. Hieroglyphics became standardized, enabling detailed documentation of tax records, trade transactions, and legal decrees. A formal taxation system supported state projects like temple building and military campaigns. Efficient resource management was crucial for constructing monumental architecture and maintaining social order. Trade networks expanded, reaching Nubia and the Near East. Egypt imported luxury goods such as cedarwood and precious metals, demonstrating its administrative prowess. The legal system also evolved, focusing on mayat, the principle of order and balance, essential for justice and governance. These administrative advancements laid the foundation for Egypt's future prosperity, enabling it to become one of history's most enduring civilizations. The early dynastic period's legacy is profound. The political, cultural, and religious institutions established during this time laid the foundation for the Old Kingdom's extraordinary achievements. Unification of Upper and Lower Egypt, the establishment of Memphis, and the evolution of art, architecture, and administration highlight the ingenuity and resilience of early Egyptians. Understanding this period gives us a deeper appreciation for the complexity and longevity of Egyptian civilization. It set the stage for the iconic pyramids, the great pharaohs, and a rich cultural legacy that continues to captivate us today. Thank you for joining us on this in-depth journey through the early dynastic period of ancient Egypt. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more historical explorations. Let us know in the comments which aspect you found most intriguing. This is Dynasties and Tales bringing history to life, and see you next time.